What is up, guys? It is 3 a.m. and Monday, leg day. You know what it is. I'm also going to be going to a real bodies exhibit. But first things first, we got to get that weigh-in done. Right, so guys, this is what I generally do. First thing in the morning, we do an hour's study. So I always find this is my most productive time in terms of remembering information. And I always like to spend that first hour upon waking just, bettering myself. Especially because it actually helps my business. It doesn't directly help my business, but it does at the same time. Like, I'm reading here about DNA synthesis and stuff, so it both helps when I'm studying in college and my business to a degree. But yeah, generally I find if I spend that first hour, bettering myself, I have a more productive day overall. I also just had a bowl of oats that I meant to show you, because I'm going to do a little bit of a full day of eating with this, just to kind of show you how I'm setting up my diet in terms of the actual food I eat, rather, because I know people always think it's all about the macros and the calories and everything, but you want to be able to see, humans don't eat macros and calories, they eat food. So I know you like to see what food choices I'm actually making, so we'll kind of take you through that as we go through the day.
Everyone also likes to talk about consistency. How about that for consistency in the diet?
Okay guys, it is 5:30 now. Still pretty dark out. It's obviously winter is coming, even though it's supposedly still the summer. It is starting to get darker and darker, it's staying darker and darker these mornings, which is one of the good things that I like about getting up early in the morning. You get to see the sunrise. It's something beautiful, and it always sets my day off right. But yeah, I just wanted to say a little word on, you saw my weight measurements there earlier on, or rather you saw me checking my weight. And the scales I use, I think it's a Nokia Body Plus. I think that's the scale, what it's called. It used to be Withings. But yeah, it does my body weight, it does my body fat through bioelectrical impedance analysis, which isn't it isn't hugely accurate, but it does give you some information to go on. So I like that, because it gives me something more objective to track. But you'll have seen there, it told me I think it's at 14% body fat. Normally it's coming out around the 12% body fat range, and the last few days I've hit quite a few weight lows, and I think what has occurred is I'm just kind of in a bit of a dehydrated state, and I have noticed that myself. And I noticed it especially yesterday. I was getting kind of brain fog. The last 2 days really, I wasn't all there mentally, and it kind of clicked with me, especially looking over that body chart and how it tracks on my phone. And I was like, every single day because it tracks your body water as well, every single day my body water has been going down. So yesterday I got back on tracking my water intake, and I noticed I was way down on where I thought I was. And this is one of those things that you can kind of forget, because we track our calories, track our macronutrients. Again, I track all these markers of health, or whatever you want to call them, but you can kind of forget the basics. And water is one of those that it doesn't immediately impact you in terms of the results you get. If you track your calories, track your macros and all that, your body composition, your health will change. If you don't track your water, you don't really notice it, you know. So I let myself slip on that a little bit, but we are back on getting the water in and rehydrating. And even since yesterday, when I really tried it, upping it again, I only got to like 3.5 liters yesterday, and normally I'm up around 6. Once I got back up to that kind of 3.5 liters, I did notice my brain kind of cleared. Even last night, my sleep was better, but even still, I think I am still in that dehydrated state, and that is why my measurements on the scale are off a little bit from where they usually are. Like, usually the scales tells me I'm roughly 12% body fat, which is probably roughly where I actually am, given the amount of body fat I do still have to lose, or could still lose. I'd kind of tend to agree with that 10 to 12% body fat range. 14% I probably wouldn't agree with, especially considering I have been dropping weight consistently, and what am I trying to say? Yeah, considering that I've been dropping weight consistently, and you don't just magically go up 2% body fat from where you were. Like, I'd have to actually do that, given my weight, I'd have to consume like whatever 14,000 extra calories in a day or something. So I know I didn't do that. So yeah, I wouldn't really agree with that, but we'll see how it goes and how it changes over the next few days once I get back up on that rehydration hype. I'm gonna go train legs now, so I'll take you through a little bit of that. Don't want to go too much into that because I will be at that Real Bodies exhibit. I actually don't know if you can record there, but I presume you can. There's pictures online and stuff, so I don't see why it would be a huge issue. But we'll try to get some footage there, show you through that, and I will catch you later.
So we are still on that front squat hype, and these are for 8s, and I'm still focusing on that pause. And this is my 4th set, I think, and they weren't exactly how I would generally like them, but they did the job, and the pauses weren't really long enough, and that right heel coming up is still an issue, but we're still working on it, and it's slowly getting better. I think some of the reps were a bit better than others, but yeah, now we're on the 8s phase. We can lift a little bit heavier, and we can go a little bit harder with those. Generally, I find anything below 8s gets me pretty strong, pretty fast, and that makes sense given the way the nervous system works and all that. But yeah, these are my main progression or main focus on this training block, getting those front squats nice and strong. Then another thing we moved on to after our split squats, leg extensions and our hamstring curls was some adductor work. So adductor work, and with this, a lot of people just neglect it, don't pay attention to it. Oh, especially guys, to nothing muscle. Girls, they tend to do it a bit more, but your adductors are very important for squatting. They contribute, I think it's something like 75% to that hip extension. Okay, so training them directly is only going to help your squat go up, help your deadlift go up, so I don't see why you wouldn't. With these as well, you're focusing on pulling through the knees to get it rather than the heels, which a lot of people do. As you see here, we are on to that post-workout stretching, and these have improved quite a lot in the last 2 weeks since I've started incorporating them. Again, my focus is on keeping those hips nice and square, and a lot of people try to force some stretching, but it's more about relaxing into it. So it is now, I think, 8:15, back from the gym and just having my post-workout meal. You can see it there, and what it is kippers that
Uncle Ben's Mexican spicy rice, and some cucumbers. And Gary always gives out to me because I eat kippers, but that's just because he hates fish. But I like to get a lot of fish in my diet. I don't see why people are adverse to it. I can understand from a taste aspect, but there's literally so many different varieties of fish that there's bound to be one that you enjoy. Kippers, for me, really enjoy them, really enjoy salmon, really enjoy all kinds of fish. And that's again because I grew up eating lots of fish, lots of real food, so it's not really an issue for me getting some fish in my diet. I would recommend people try to get at least 2 servings of fatty fish anyway in their diet at least a week, and seems to be a good enough point. Or you can supplement with some fish oil or some krill oil, but you do want to be getting some of those omega-3 fatty acids in your diet. Kippers have some little small bones in them as well, so that's really good for getting some extra glycine in your diet, some extra calcium, and all those good things. And we are on to meal 3. Actually, yeah, I didn't tell you guys that I had some intra-workout carbs. Just have a scoop of dextrose, which is roughly 50 grams, I think. And it's not something I would recommend generally for people when they're dieting, but I'm dieting on like so many calories that it actually helps me kind of stick to my day. And I also do notice a little bit of a performance increase from having them. It could be psychosomatic, but I notice it and it allows me to train harder, train longer, so I keep it in. This is what we got going on here. We got it's actually spread across 2 lunch boxes, and we've got 500 grams of mince and 900 grams of broccoli, and then half a bag of Asian stir-fry vegetables. And generally what I have with that as well is red kidney beans, but I am going to that Real Bodies exhibit later on, and I'm going to get food out after it, and not having those red kidney beans actually saves me quite a few calories, both from carbs and protein. So if I'm ever eating out, I generally most of my days I actually keep around 300 calories as kind of a bit YOLO and see what I want to fit that day. But now I have about 800, 900 saved for later to fit. So yeah, keeping an eye to your overall plan for your day, as well as keeping an eye to your overall calories and how you're distributing those calories, is really beneficial if you actually want to sustain your pattern of eating or sustain this lifestyle of eating, rather than just following, like say, a strict meal plan where you can't eat off that plan. Having a bit more flexibility while also having a structure is so important.
you like yours?
I haven't tasted it yet.
And here are my body composition stats from this morning. You'll see there my weight 85.4 kilos, fat mass coming out around 12, and then that body water is about 48.3 kilos. Then you'll see when I did it later that day, that night, you'll see body weight is up, but fat mass is down, and body water is up quite a good bit. And again, that hydrating really does change those body composition stats. And this is the next morning after, and you can still see I lost a bit of water overnight, but that is to be expected. With these body composition stats, obviously it's just a guideline and they are not perfect. I use it as a rough guide of where I am and where I should be going, but I don't put too much stock in them. Anyway guys, if you like the video, click like down below, subscribe, tell your friends.